Hello, and welcome to Fish Talk. Today we will be speaking on the topic of proper aquarium size for multiple fish or single fish, and proper care for your beloved pet, the goldfish or the koi, or any other type of fish that might be compatible with your fish. Now, in stores you might find certain things like 1.5 gallon tanks. Now don't buy these. They might have a picture of several fish floating around happily, but you know what? These fish are unhappy. They're very unhappy, and their output of ammonia is very, very dangerous for each other's health and proper upbringing and caring. If you care for your goldfish, you will get a proper sized tank with proper amount of water, with proper plant life and pH balance for your goldfish and your beloved pet, if that might be a koi or a sucker fish, which are good to remove various plankton from your goldfish tank. Various products have been made to make your goldfish seem like it's glowing. These are not correct. They burn out the eyes of your goldfish and your beloved pet, may it be Harold, Peter, or possibly Ariel. So I do not recommend glowing fish. So back to the matter at hand, which is proper aquarium size. Some guys will say, hey, put one fish in a gallon of water and he will be fine with proper filtration. But this is not the case. Because when you go back to the store, he tells you that if you buy a 10-gallon aquarium, it is not compatible with one fish or two, and definitely not your beloved sucker fish, which would be number 3 in this case. So, if you want to do it correctly, you want to properly treat the water with various chemicals. These chemicals don't necessarily come into contact with these fish in their natural environment, or the Walmart tank with 400 fish in it that are picking at the corpse of the other fish being sucked into the filter because he just wasn't good enough to make it through this brutal, brutal world. Your beloved fish needs room to grow. And if you love him, you will put him in the lake. Sorry. Proper aquarium size is detrimental to your fish's health. The fish's health will flourish and thrive in the proper aquarium environment. So if you have the means to have a 100-gallon tank with a super pump that is the size of possibly your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you may be able to properly and rightfully own a fish within the laws of animal rights and fish rights. And fish rights are always been important in America, and everybody really is very, very conscious of the well-being of your beloved pet, the fish. So, long story short, the whole point is that you need to have lots of water and properly rotate that water and pH balance it, and possibly put the drops created by Tetra Goldfish Incorporated that will allow the pH balance and chlorine to be dissolved from your normal everyday tap water. I recommend putting separate gallons, separate to keep things at would be room temperature, which would make the fish very comfortable for not going into shock, because they go into shock. And when they go into shock, they start pecking at each other's fins, and they try to eliminate each other, and they try to, I don't know, go with natural selection and just try to suck them, the various scales off the side of each other. I don't know if they're cutting ech other with gills, but they'll, Leonard McCoy keeps on getting beat up by Lawrence Fishburne. I mean, Lawrence Fishburne's just a goldfish, and Leonard McCoy's a koi, and he just Fishburne just keeps on, just biting him and slashing the sides of him, and sometimes it seems like they're getting along. I mean, I don't think I'm a good fish owner, and I probably shouldn't have a show called Fish Talk. But thanks for joining me anyway, and just, give them some space and some pellets. I mean, some don't like pellets, they'll just chew them up, and then they just spit it out. And I don't even know if they're getting any nourishment from that. So I think you want to be safe and get the flakes. I mean, right now it seems like they're kissing, but I think he's just trying to rip his gills off. It's very stressful, the whole fish owning situation, I'll be honest with you, and I really don't even recommend it. You should just get a ferret, because ferret, at least, they're just going to bite you, and while fish won't bite you necessarily, I mean, I guess if you had a piranha or a shark, but then that would require a saltwater tank. I mean, piranhas might be freshwater. But anyway, it's heavy filtration system, which is costly, and heaters. So, anyway, just try to get them to get along and keep loving fish. I'm Phil. Thanks for joining me with Fish Talk. I hope you enjoyed it.